All right, welcome to another video. Today is an arm day. I'm gonna take you guys through my post-workout meal a little bit because just going through the comments of these last Building the Physique videos, and I wanna get back to putting a little more nutrition, at least sprinkling it in on the channel because it's such a big part of your results when it comes to training. And I don't know, I usually come up with some interesting ways to get in foods that kind of fit the macros I'm looking to consume, which ends up being pretty high protein, of course. And man, today's session, nothing too wild. Sometimes I'll do an arm day standalone, or sometimes I'll put in arms, say after a shoulder session or after a chest session. So if you're following the current workout of the week on the app, you'll notice on, let me not mix up my days here, on Thursdays, it's usually chest, and then with the arms after 2 or 3 chest movements. So, but today, just wanted to focus on going over what an arm session looks like. And you'll notice it's only gonna take 6 exercises paired together as 3 supersets between bis and tris. But each one, man, each one has its purpose, and each one hurts a little bit in a little different way. So makes it fun. I'm trying to think. Let me add a 10 here. All right, so that last set right there was the last of my warm-ups on this preacher curl. So I'm gonna add 10 for my working set. I'm going for 20 reps for the first 2, and then I'm gonna pair it with a cable tricep push down. I was about to grab the regular straight bar. The owner picked up this piece not too long ago, which I like. I feel like I can connect with my tricep even more, just having this little flat piece of metal here. So I'll hit about 6 to 8 reps on 2 separate warm-up sets for this one, and then back to the preacher curl to start the first working set, and then jump straight back to this without any rest, or however long it takes me to walk across the gym, since these 2 are done as a superset. Golly, man. I'm really not big on using chalk on machines for no reason, but I was trying to fix my helmet hair. So I'm running my hands through my hair, and this pomade I'm using, I know how that probably sounds, but like, it's like putting lotion on your hands. So I'm holding onto that bar. My hands are slipping the whole time, so should prevent that. I'll tell you what, it makes a difference when you really flex with your tricep at the bottom of these reps. And just look on or work toward controlling the weight. So I can still hit a good amount even with this thing at the full stack. So obviously I wish there's a little bit more weight to add, but realistically, I'd rather save my elbows and just focus on a good quality squeeze every rep. Because I mean, that feels way crazier than just putting a bunch of weight on the bar. And with these, just trying to keep my elbows as fixed at my side as possible. Come up just a little bit past 90, squeeze down, flex hard on the tricep, slightly out in front of me as well. And then, you know, almost reverse flex back up in terms of like controlling it back up. It's not just about coming up, but letting it stretch while you still have tension on the tricep, and then repeating. And that feels crazy. Like I said, I probably could go heavier, but I really don't need to. So I hit like 12 to 15 on most of these, and then we'll give it like another minute before I go back to the machine preacher curl. So that'll be my rest in between the superset. And this one's good, man. It saves my elbows too, speaking of elbows, because I used to always like do a quick little warm up for my triceps, and then I go right into something heavy, like heavy close grip bench press, or what was much worse in terms of like the pain I actually had through my elbow, doing something like heavy dumbbell French press where you're seated on the bench, going overhead with a heavy dumbbell. I mean, I moved like hundreds for good reps, but I mean, man, my elbows would be torn up. And then, or the same thing with like a heavy easy bar skull crusher. I don't even really do those two anymore. Like, they're a little better for working the long head, but I would have so much elbow pain that it's just not worth it for me. So there's other exercises I'll do in place of those to hit the tricep, not tear up my elbow, and then ideally develop my tricep better than I would have been able to just throwing around some heavy weight. Come on, man. Come on. Get in there. Those were smooth. I'm trying to get this thing on. Damn. So ran on the last 2 sets for each. Hit a drop set on the curls, just did like 12, and then to failure, failed around 12, and then hit I think just like 7 or 8. A couple partials in there at the end of the drop set. And the same thing on this guy, hit a good 15, 16, dropped it 30 pounds, which is, I don't know, what is that, 20% of the weight? It's like as much as I usually would drop on a drop set. I'll go like anywhere from 10 to 20% of the weight. And then usually I'm able to get a majority of the same number of reps. So in this, I think I got like 10 or 12 after hitting 15 or 16. So either way, my triceps and buys are already feeling pretty cooked, which is a good thing, because now I'm gonna jump on what typically used to be my heavy movements, and they'll still be heavy, but they don't have to be as heavy to have the same effect on my buys and tries. So now I'll hit a barbell curl, which is gonna hit both heads of the bicep, and then superset that with a close grip bench press to cook my tries. And like I said, I don't have to put as much weight on to really tax my tries because they're already lit up. I'll let the OCD win and go with the black ones. Two more of these is the part that's a little more taxing. Again, if I started with these two movements, could I be close grip benching more? Could I be curling more? Yeah, probably, just a bit more, you know, even if it's just 10, 20 pounds. But like I said, I'd rather feel it in the muscle groups I'm actually trying to train and develop, which are just my buys and my tries, and not my shoulders, my low back, swinging this up a bunch. Like, I'm cheating a little bit on this, but I'm squeezing for the most part. Damn, it's feeling good. I'll probably hit just one more after this, just that last superset, which will be a little single arm kickback, so a little unilateral action for the tricep. And then depending on how I can get the stretch, sometimes I feel that a little bit more into the long head. So I haven't done one for the long head, which is a little easier to target when your arm's overhead. So you know what? instead of the kickback. So I think I've done that in other videos. I really just wanted to show you guys that one, but instead of the cable kickback, we'll hit a rope extension, but an overhead rope extension, so I actually get a stretch on that long head of my tricep, and then pair that with a hammer curl just to develop a little bit more thickness in my arm, my forearm, as well as my bicep, because they could be a little thicker, right? I'll take that. Man, that was good. I mean, honestly, man, it was one of those ones where like, it's taking a little bit longer than I should have on the rest times. Because in my mind, I knew what was coming, but that never helps. You know, it's another 10 seconds of rest. You know, if I'm truly out of breath, sure, but most of the time, I'm just procrastinating and delaying the inevitable. So it's like, I gotta tell myself to not overthink it a lot of times, just pick it up and go. See how this guy feels. Oh yeah, that's a nice stretch. So I'll step out a little more. It's not bad. If I could adjust this at the top, I'll probably come down just a little bit with this so I don't have to step as far out to create the angle I want to hit my tricep at. But this cable is so dang smooth, I really do not mind. All right, come on. Oh, nice stretch on the long head at the bottom. Just squeeze it out all the way till I can feel that outside of my tricep fire. Yeah, nice and controlled. And then, you know what, if I really want to crush my tricep with that, I could honestly just superset this with the cable kickback. Since that, I'm feeling a little bit more on my long head. This, I still get a bit of a stretch on, but probably a little bit more medial and lateral head. So kind of doubling up on the lateral head, which is again gonna help build that thickness on the tricep, build that outside of it, which I'll gladly take. Oh man, yeah, that's good. Honestly, since I'm doubling up with this last try exercise, I'm just gonna knock 4 sets of these out, really push, and then be able to give the last movement for my biceps, which are those hammer curls, give them a bit more energy. So I'll break these up and just superset the triceps together. And then that'll get me there, to be honest. What's up, buddy? All right, now let's enjoy a good post-workout meal. So I threw together 1 pound of 93.7 ground turkey, seasoned it up a little bit. Don't judge. What's up, buddy? Don't judge the onion cutting here. I like to cut my onion a little bit thicker. It gives me something to chew on. I feel like that adds more volume than when you cut it real fine. If you have a better way to cut garlic, let me know. I just kind of go at it and chunk it up a little bit. Probably not the best meal to eat if you got a date after the gym because yeah, the garlic and onion, well, just brush your teeth, you know. And then I threw in 1 cup of white rice, and Whole Foods has this frozen rice, which is actually a better deal than like the pre-packaged Uncle Ben's that you normally see at grocery stores. So I like their frozen rice because I think in one of those bags, it's got maybe 6 cups or 8 cups. Don't quote me on that, but I did work out the math at one point and it was a better deal than the little bags. Yeah, and then as far as tracking it goes, I might as well just show you guys. This is what I do. Let's see here. Hopefully you can follow along with me here. I'll go into here, which is macro factor, which I think I've called macroactive for the longest time. Honestly, I mix them up so much now. It's either macroactive or macro factor. You know what, let me just, all right, there we go. Macro factor, that's what it is. That's what I get for doing this weird setup on my phone. Although, I mean, come on, that looks pretty good. But all right, beside the point. Anyway, I'd go to my food log. I've only had breakfast today. Been a slow day, and then search it up, and we got the ground turkey, and then I mark it as 12 ounces. So that's what it typically cooks down to. If I weigh it out without the extras, without the onion and stuff, it'll end up being around 12. So add in 12, and then we got our white rice in my history, 1 cup. Add that guy in, and then I won't track the garlic, but I'll usually track the onion on there. Half an onion, and boom. There we go, tracks in, gives me the time. So then if I go to the top here, I have my totals for the day, protein, fat, carbs. Pretty easy to follow. And I will say, for those of you who are following the training app, I definitely recommend taking a look at the nutrition guide in order to find, you know, whether it's your maintenance you wanna find or start a cut, start bulking, you know, you find kind of your baseline of what you need, and then, you know, increase or decrease from there. But I mean, macros are everything, especially when you want to get away from just eating the same prep food every day and throw in a little something here or there. It definitely just makes that process a lot easier. So I'm, man, I can't even complete a sentence right now because I'm so hungry. And yeah, a lot of times when I'm coming back from the gym, this will often be my second meal post-workout, so this won't be my first one, just because I'm usually pretty hungry and I don't want to cook up something if I don't have it pre-made in my fridge. So if I want to get something quick, as soon as I get back, I'll do like 2 scoops of protein, get my creatine in for the day, and then a lot of times I'll just blend that up. So some frozen berries, almond milk, and then like I said, the protein, and I'm straight for like an hour and a half or so, and then I'll go in and cook this. But I mean, when I can eat it fresh, I do, because I'm just a fan of eating food fresh rather than prepping food and, you know, reheating it in the microwave or whatever. And at the very least, I'll reheat it on the stove, and then at that point I'm like, you know what, I'll just cook it when I need to eat. But yeah, that's it for today. That's all I got for you guys. No update on, you wanna close it out with me, buddy? Yeah, look at the camera. Say, what do I know? I'm just Razzle. Anyway, that is all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the audio was a little smoother in this one. And yeah, wanted to get back to getting some nutrition back on the channel, because what? I'm like 30 seconds away, man. All right. He wants to go outside, but yeah, just wanted to get back to some nutrition on the channel. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, probably next week, and that's all I know. That's all I got. I need to eat, but what do I know? I'm just Merc.